ruining my.
Didn't charge her for sending you pictures. It's
Not a one.
It's gonna be $300, or you take your shoes and socks off, and
Yeah, he paid her.
In his pocket. Gold.
Molly couldn't find one of her socks. Where's my other sock?
It was weird as he was showing me and mom all the different pictures that we had to choose from. There were a couple just of the feet.
I hope you're joking.
Yes, I'm joking.
I'm telling you, she's going to do
Fetishes have become more public with the internet, huh?
I think they've become more like accepted.
No, I think I got an idea on it.
Shaming.
You can't say anything is normal anymore, because that means they're like your activity is not normal. You can't say that to someone anymore. So now fetishes are becoming like everybody has
fetish shaming.
Yeah, it's called king shaming. It's like
Kink
a real
shaming,
thing.
yeah.
It's positive.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. You always see foot fetishes about men have about women. You never see it the other way around.
Have you seen men's feet? Have you seen men's feet?
I think it's
They're
I'm
gross.
a man
They're
who played
horrible.
soccer.
I bet not one of you has an attractive looking foot.
I don't wear sandals. I don't want anybody seeing my toes.
Tom's got like Fred Flintstone feet or like Hobbit feet. They're small.
I hope they're always dirty on the bottom. I don't know why that's like the way that I'm imagining.
They don't curve in. They're like a
small
duck foot.
and flat and like.
I got a low center of gravity. I'm hard to knock down.
My toenails
they're very
are
wide
black right now.
He's got wide, flat.
Wait, what?
Short feet.
2 of my toenails are black right now. They're about
Why?
to fall off.
No,
well, because I guess from my shoes. I don't know.
Diabetes?
No, no, I don't have diabetes.
You should. Did you get that looked at by your podiatrologist?
Toenails.
I don't have one, but I think I need to get one.
Podorthodontist.
I think I need to get one. Yeah, we can just
words are hard.
butcher
Okay,
that
leave me
word.
alone.
No, butcher that word and just say it wrong every time.
Oh,
It's great.
I have a dick
Podorthodontist.
tattooed on my tattoo. I have a dick tattooed on my foot on accident, so I know it's pretty-ish.
Oh man.
Whoa.
on accident.
On accident.
A guy just tripped.
You passed out.
No, so I have Sully from Monsters Inc. tattooed on my foot, and he was supposed to be next to a crayon, and it was going to come over to my other foot. But if you had your feet tattooed, it's extremely painful.
Yes,
so now it's
I
just
heard
this
that.
like flesh-colored crayon that looks like an uncut dick.
Nice.
And when I don't want to get around to filling it in, because now I just like for a quick like collecting myself on
Yeah,
stage.
you're better off with
You were
like a
just like-
potato peeler and
Yeah.
just getting that skin
I'll just
off.
quickly
That
on
seems like a
stage
good
throw it out.
stopping point. Stop right there.
I just envision you waking up every day with a Sharpie to
I
finish
have
it.
to see his
In
dick.
case someone
I
sees
have
it.
to see it.
Yeah, you could just color it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kick somebody in the dick with a dick foot.
Kick him in the nuts. Say, look.
What did you just do with your eyes? That was creepy.
That was
Wow, thank you. It was oddly romantic and rude.
You just did something real like
What did he do?
he can cross them all over.
he was crossing his eyes, but one was going one way, one was going the other. I've never
I
seen.
was selling the bit.
I'm sorry.
Marty Feld, what was his name? Marty?
Yeah, Marty
Feld?
Feldman.
Marty Feldman, yep.
The young Frankenstein of Wisconsin.
Oh, we weren't recording?
Oh,
I
Molly's
wish
We
got
are
it.
recording.
Oh, thank God.
Tom gave me the. Why aren't you recording this?
Everything's a hot mic now. You never know when Podorthodontist is going to come out.
Right?
Third favorite dinosaur.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, you're going to add in the intro?
No, Tom, let's do
We
the
can-
deep voice intro on the mic.
You want
This
this?
is a cold open. This is like the worst start
I
to
mean,
the
I've
office
got
ever.
pictures.
Come
I
on.
usually like the intro. I want to do the deep voice.
I do.
I know you do. I'm going to put this over there for you.
True.
I like an intro. Welcome back, universe, to Off the Rails podcast, episode 2 of season 4.
Yeah.
Woo! Coming to you pre-recorded from the Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty Studios in, maybe it'll be nicer, Grafton, Wisconsin. But if you're looking to buy or sell a home, maybe a career in real estate, email Roy at CVHSR, or give them a call, 414-235-0763. They'd love to be your go-to for all your real estate needs. But if you call them today, You ain't getting him because he ain't even in America.
Oh, he's in Mexico now?
The whole company, he took his whole 75 people, got a plane, took a plane down there, got a resort.
We tried to get him to let us tag along, but he wasn't having it.
No, yeah, we needed like a couple more cancellations.
I just like to give a shout out to Jason for his great Vanna White skills over there.
We'll give Jason.
We'll make it nice.
Vanna's still attractive. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, her and Pat
yeah.
Sajak are vampires. It's proven. They've
sure,
not
right.
aged since I was.
I'm not going to kink shame. She's still attractive.
She is absolutely
Not a kink
Also,
to be a vampire.
Never
It's-
seen her in the sun.
Yep.
I've never seen her in the sun.
I don't think
Yep.
about it.
They haven't aged.
And no one's been
I don't-
named Vanna for like 300 years.
It's an old vampire name.
That is an old vampire name. All right, our friend and favorite comedian from the Indoor Kid Company, Nathan Clemons. Woo! She's an alumni of Indie Improv and Lady Laughs Comedy School and was awarded Best Newcomer at the Lady Laughs Comedy Awards. Erin Lok.
Hey!
Yay! Thanks, guys.
Coming in with all sorts of information, our friendly neighbor to the north, Vice President of the World Series of Comedy, Jason Rowland.
I'll be the heel. So Aaron apparently is only like the second
You can
favorite
be the
comic.
Mountie. He was one of my favorite heels of all time.
Dudley Do Right?
No, the Mountie, the wrestler.
Closer than normal with trying to guess the reference, though.
He's getting closer.
I'm not into wrestling. I always found it to be kind of, gay. And fake.
Get on all fours and mount me.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
okay,
I love wrestling until I went to go see it live once, and then I'm like,
oh,
cool. You're not going to get another penny from me ever.
Aw.
Yeah.
I still enjoy it. We've got a buddy who's a wrestler, and we've seen several.
We got
of
a
his
lot of
shows, and
buddies who are
we
wrestlers.
do.
I like that level of it.
Yes,
I
I
like
do.
the open mic level of wrestling.
Like,
for
yeah.
lack of a better-
VFW halls and stuff.
Yeah. we
Yeah,
met
it's your buddy up there with the razor blade.
Yep.
Yeah,
Gina
that I
Williams.
respect.
Yeah,
But
right.
like the
She
entertainment
was a valet,
level,
Oh,
not a
fine.
ring girl. She
Yeah,
a
there was
valet.
like an amateur level wrestling ring in Indianapolis somewhere, and I was doing like a short film, and like part of it was filmed in this ring.
Nice.
I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. I just walked in, and I was just like,
did it
Holy
involve
shit.
whipped cream and
"What
bikini?
is this like little weird world that I haven't ever seen in my whole life?" I was like, "I'm coming back. This is
It's fun.
wild."
You're like cosplaying Glow. That's
Yeah,
So how
Yeah.
long did you wrestle for, Erin?
Yeah.
been
She came
married
as
for 10
Erin
years.
Loki.
Erin Loki.
Came with the scepter. All right, this week we have a ton of animals. Tsunami footage, Michael Jackson street fight, Drake is brilliant, excessive balls, Nebraska Navy, hardening foam, off the rails face cream, Golden Girls, thigh tongue, Penis Park, Prince Andrew's toys, and sex robots. And this always awesome Wednesday premiere.
Did you say excessive balls?
Excessive. A person got a ticket for excessive balls.
What?
This is the second episode I've been on in a row that has had sex dolls too.
Oh,
Sex
it's every
robots.
week. It's every week, sex
Oh, yeah.
robots. We can't do it without a sex robot story.
Okay.
You should have figured that out by now. How many shows have you been on? Every week.
Oh,
it's-
I'm
it's
like a
every week.
recurring
This is
character.
consumer research.
Hey,
It's not even a bit.
we
They're
give
just
the people what
researching.
they want.
Tom will make anything into a sex robot story.
You can have sex with anything.
It's true
You have
if you're
to-
brave enough.
With a vagina cloth.
Yeah.
The vagina cloth. My mom's
Apparently, there's a
vagina bag.
hole.
All right, here we go. Check out this guy and the elk.
Oh, nice.
Now he's going to start taunting the elk, which is
He
Well,
thinks
you'll
he's
find out.
safe in his
Well, I
car.
got money. Want to fight?
oh, you want to fight?
No, don't do that.
No, you're not safe in your car from this dude.
Oh boy, that's a big animal.
You want to go, bud?
You
Don't
wanna-
say that.
He's got some horns.
Oh, there went the tire.
Instant karma.
I love it.
I have him, and I
It's
know
a
how to
$500 taunt.
Here we go, right
Yeah.
here, in the middle of nowhere too. I just want to hear the tire pop again.
Ah, shit.
So good.
She
That
told
road,
him not
that road
to.
is pretty clear. It's got to be closer to a town than you might think.
Yeah, well, that elk was hey, I thought we were fighting.
Yeah.
Get out and fix your tire.
guy-
Well,
in the
you
cars-
gotta grab that tire on and go at that elk, man.
The guy in the car is drinking a moose head, so he's like, "Fucking little elk, I ain't scared of you."
I would
So,
not
well,
be
how
talking
that's
like
good.
Ugh.
I've been broken down in the middle of the road like that at 3:00 in the morning once. That was not fun.
Ooh.
I
Well,
flipped my car driving to Reno from here in Vancouver,
that. Ooh.
and it was at the Willamette Pass in Oregon. And the tow truck driver showed up and he goes, "You have one of two options. You can go back," which I didn't think was great, "or go forward," which I thought was better. And then after he like got the car upright again and then chained it up, I go, "If I go forward, how big is that town?" And he goes, "Like 60 people." I'm like, that shouldn't have even been an option for you to offer me. I'm not going to go in the middle of winter, in the middle of the night, to a town with 60 people.
Right.
If I don't have another car.
Right.
Like, all of the cars are accounted for in that town, probably.
Like
So I
15.
went back to Oak Ridge and stayed there for 3 days before my insurance company released
Wow.
whether I could leave and continue my trip or not.
We my friends and I took a trip up to Connecticut, like really way back when I was in high school, and we were like going up to watch my friend's graduation, and I was asleep in the back seat, and all of a sudden I woke up to my two friends in the front seat screaming at the top of their lungs, and I wake up I'm like, "What the hell happened?" They're like, we're going 80 miles an hour. They're just like, "We just hit a bird."
Oh.
And then my friend's like, "Yeah," and then it flew over the hood. And my other friend just looks at him and is like, "No, it didn't." And literally right at that moment, the feathers just kept coming up onto the thing. And we had to pull over. And we were going so
Stuck in
fast
the
that its
grill.
head got stuck in the grill.
Oh.
And then like here, like a bunch of 17-year-old kids, like, "What do we do?" And we're like trying, and the bird is dead on impact. Like, no saving this bird. And then then we tried to
He
figure
was
out how to get it
delicious.
off.
Cooked
Yeah,
on the
we
radiator a little bit.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh!
come on. You got to make
See,
do.
I
Yeah,
would.
we ended up cutting the head off. It was really, really rough.
Whoa.
Oh.
You should have
Oh,
stopped
that's
at you should have stopped at Tommy's mom's house. Hey mom, can I use the what did he bar? Because of the paw. We hit a deer with the paw. What do you?
Oh, I know. Oh,
It's a
the
sin.
knife.
Good fellas. Good. The knife. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're
Cut
talking
it off.
about.
It's a sin. I can't leave it. Come on, ma.
Yeah.
You think he brought his mom that knife back?
Oh yeah.
No, I think he stole her a whole new set. He's a good boy.
Oh,
Nice kid.
Jesus. So I want to know, with this guy that's now in the middle of the road with a pissed off elk with
That still wants to fight.
There's no
call-
changing
you
that
call-
wire.
and now you've got a flat tire.
Yeah, that's when you call AAA.
Yep.
And then you're stuck sitting there with a
You
pissed
only
off
got
elk.
so much gas. It's freezing.
Yeah,
cold.
you wait until the elk leaves, and then AAA shows up, and then
Well, the insurance might have a claim not to cover it. Like, you provoked the elk. You asked it
Well,
if
you're
it
not
wanted
showing
to
the
fight.
insurance.
You ever get in a
agent
bar
the-
fight? One of the first questions you're
video.
You wanna
asked:
go?
Did you tell them to hit you? Did you say you make the first move? You're right. The
Yeah.
insurance company might have the same mentality as
I
well.
wouldn't
Yeah, 'cause
show
then
the
you give 'em
insurance
consent
company
to
the
hit you,
video.
right?
Yeah, or take the sound off.
Nathan, how do you know this?
When you get
I
in a
don't know
bar
what.
fight?
That's
Yeah,
how you
I
get
know
out
that.
of bar fights. He
Dude,
told me to
seriously.
punch me.
Yeah.
What
That's
happened?
consent.
It sounds like from experience.
It's been over a year, and it wasn't even my fault, but a brawl happened. It was a one-time mic just north of Bremen here in Milwaukee, and shit just went wild. I was just standing there. I got hit in the head with a stool. I hit nobody. I didn't
Were
know
you
what
on
was happening.
stage at the
No.
time?
No, I already was done eating shit.
Did you tell the guy to hit you?
No.
Or you just happened to be in the middle of it?
I'm a Wisconsin boy. Like, bar fights are just a Thursday.
That's just happening over there. I'm
Yeah.
still shaking dice.
I'm just over here.
just
Yeah.
way
Watching
over
it.
You
here.
over there playing Dungeons and Dragons?
That's right.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he rolled a 1 that day.
Look, 'cause that guy just right through it.
It's the first question the police ask us, so this Alex
Yeah.
knows what's up.
Nice.
So, Will, we're gonna use the business account here
Okay.
because I want to buy a horse. I fell in love with this horse.
Where are you going to take care of it, man?
We got a
I
big
got a
backyard.
fence.
You do
I got
have a fence.
Yeah.
You just turn that little back area into a stable.
That's perfect. See,
That little back garage area.
we have a little chicken coop too. I can make that bigger and just make it. That's where you hang out.
What are you going to feed it? Oats?
And probably oats, pizza, whatever. Whatever I.
Beefarino.
The
Well,
There's a
Here's the
lot
horse.
of grass down there. All right, here's the horse. Here we go. It's gonna run up on these dogs. It's all pissed. Now he's
coming
gonna
in hot.
kick the tree, and now he's gonna fart on the dogs.
Why do we laugh at shit like that? Why is he mad at the dogs?
I don't know. They're fucking irritating him.
Just came in and kicked the tree.
Kick the tree
that-
and hit it on the
That
dog.
horse looked like Dwight. Coming in and like doing his black belt kick onto that tree.
Oh my god. Parkour.
If Dwight ever asks you if you want to do something secret, you say,
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
All right, here's a scarier animal video. I've been falling in love with these animal videos.
Have you seen that
Lately.
Nature is Metal account?
Which one?
Nature is Metal.
No.
It's an Instagram account, and it's like
oh yeah,
it's like oddly beautiful. I know
that's
that sounds weird,
the
but
flying squirrel. Did you see
Everything.
the picture of the flying squirrel?
yeah,
Just look. Oh man,
check
like
it
it was
out.
in the
Nature is Metal.
Nature's mental. I'm
Check it
going
out.
to.
Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Instagram is where young people
I-
post
I'm on
thirst
Instagram.
traps. Are you?
I'm on Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, I DMing them ladies and their feet peaks. Continue.
Instagram is when somebody's doing a line of coke and you just sneak over a little Instagram for yourself.
Oh, heck, a gram? That would bust my heart, explode. I'm not fooling with that shit.
Nathan, I like how you explained Instagram, but not thirst trap.
Oh, yeah, right. It's like a glass of water under a box with a stick, right? Thirsty, really thirsty.
I think your feet were your photographer's thirst trap.
All right. How would you deal with this situation that this hiker got himself in here? He's taking a nice little video. It won't
That's
go
the guy
bigger.
in the red pants.
Yeah.
Uh,
So he's just doing, I
He's
think
off
it's
to
a
bad
GoPro.
start. He's off to a bad start with me.
Can't wear red
Well,
pants.
No, not if
I
you're
He's
a
off to
guy.
a bad
Come on.
start. And then, he's
I
just
think
fucking.
the title might be a spoiler here.
Whoa, here you go. Bobcat. Bobcat. I don't know where. Oh,
hell
he yelled.
no.
He's trying to scare it back, huh?
It worked.
Oh my god, I have a great story.
Oh,
I'm so fucking excited.
You're
All
so
right.
well traveled.
Sweet.
Did you have a bobcat run up on you?
So my husband and I went to Denver a couple years ago. We were like, oh, we're gonna go there. We're gonna go to breweries and go hiking and everything. So we were gonna go up hiking up Gem Lake, and we pull up, and there's like the trail kind of like entrance that has like the board and all these little things on it. And it's like 10 things you need to know hiking in the Rockies. And it's like, number 1, wear sunscreen. Number 2, don't go alone. Number 3, like make sure someone knows who you are and all these things. And like in the middle at like number 7 was just like, know what to do if you encounter a bear or a cougar.
They didn't list what to do. They
Did-
just said, make sure you know what to do.
Make
turn
sure
around?
to know what to do. And I was just like, what
Nope.
the fuck? Do you know what to do? And he was like, I don't know what to do. So we looked it up, and luckily we had enough service. And so with bears, you make out, at least out there, different bears, different stuff. But like those bears, it's like make yourself really, really big. And then for cougars, it was you also
How do
make
you do
yourself
that?
big. You also make yourself really, really big. I'm like 5'5". I'm just like rah. But no, there's like it's also make yourself big. But with cougars, you can also throw rocks at them. And I was like,
what if that works in the bar too?
and I was,
Yeah.
I mean, it might.
Do you like me on a rock?
Vodka on the rocks. Sorry. So I was like, but if you crouch down, they're like, don't crouch down because then you'll look like prey. And I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to get the rock?
Right, with
Like,
the
you know what I mean? Like, so I
Molly just
literally,
grabs it with her foot and hurls it.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
I found a rock. My husband found a rock, and we white knuckled a rock for the entire hike. The entire hike, and I would literally periodically stop and look around because they will, like, you have to talk loud so you don't startle them, you don't scare them, but like they'll know you're there and they'll just kind of chill and watch you, and like maybe they'll do something, maybe they won't. And like we made it up to the top, and we were like, okay, we didn't see one. Maybe we'll look in our pictures later and see one. And we're sitting by the lake, and there's these bushes behind us, and all of a sudden we just hear.
Ooh.
And I've never been more sure that I was about to die in my entire life. And I like jumped up, cougar rock in hand, like ready to go. And it was It was a bird.
Birds make that sound a lot.
Yeah, it was dive bombing us because we were too close to its nest. Its wings were flapping like that, so it sounded like a purr.
Burr.
It was getting
Oh
a
my
thing
god!
for you killing its cousin.
Well, if a cougar's gonna make any sound, a purr would be the one I'd want to
Well,
hear.
right,
That's
because
true.
it means he's nice and full and he's relaxed and he's feeling good.
He's content.
Letting you
He's
go.
content.
Maybe pet him.
Well, you saw that
Rub his
video.
belly.
Do a little belly work on
Do a
him.
little belly rub.
There was a guy out like hiking or whatever and stumbled across some baby, what was it, mountain lions? And then the mom came out.
Yeah.
And he's backtracking, and the entire time the mom is like following him. And the whole thing, I'm sitting there going, why don't you pick up a rock? But it probably was
can't
because if
back-
he had
She wouldn't
stopped to
make
pick
any
up the rock,
moves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get smaller. Just
He
panic.
should have had it in his hand, just like
should've
me.
had a cougar rock.
Shoulda
Erin,
had
did you ever play
Shoulda had-
softball?
I did. I played slow pitch though.
Oh, because when you said throw a rock, I got a good video for you here of
We
a
should
chick
show
throwing.
Fauci throwing out that first pitch.
Oh, this
Yeah.
one's
Oh,
way
God,
better.
anybody throwing out the first pitch is embarrassing.
Yeah.
So they got their softball pitcher to join the dodgeball team here.
Holy shit! Yes.
Oh, fast pitch?
Watch this.
Can you make it bigger?
Big.
Here we go. Here she comes.
Oh man!
Watch the distance those other chicks slide back.
Oh my god!
Here she comes. She's going to give you another one.
Oh, right in the
God, amazing.
An underhand, like,
Oh.
death bullet.
Someone's dad wanted a
Phew.
boy.
Only to be able to grip it like that, to throw it like that.
It was
man,
quite a throw.
and very accurate.
Yeah.
God, my hand is cramping just thinking about that. No, thank you.
Are you thinking about holding on to that rock?
They
Yeah.
both went
Yeah,
like
but
flying.
that's like cougar level too. She would have really crushed a cougar.
Right? Yeah, man.
We're never
Oh my
playing
God.
with
I
you
wouldn't mind spending
again.
the
Go
afternoon.
on a
crushing
hike
cougar.
with that bitch.
Me.
That's the name on her jersey, Cougar Crusher.
I've seen that video on the hub.
I know.
Hey,
I
hey.
should look that up.
No,
These
Nathan.
older ladies are all nervous in the stands, you know.
I'll bet
Yeah, I
you.
made 2 of those jokes. Okay, keep up.
I wonder why these people are filming though. Like the mountain lion one doesn't make sense why that person was filming. Have you guys
It
seen
was
this
GoPro.
subreddit?
He
The
had a
subreddit
GoPro.
called
You guys,
Why-
there is no cougarcrusher.com.
No, the guy with the cougar had a GoPro. You know, they
Yeah.
put it on their bike helmets or on their, wrist, or
Okay.
they've got the ones that strap onto your chest, so they go on walks and
We
they
just
have
got
the
a
GoPro
GoPro.
on.
It's coming
it really?
Tuesday. Yeah, we're gonna be doing more videos and little fun things. Maybe
Sounds like fun.
it should. Hey, Jason, you guys just had a tsunami up there.
Did we?
About that, in Canada,
Oh,
they just Mount something erupted, and then there was a bunch of warnings on the.
The underwater volcano?
Underwater volcano, yeah.
Yeah.
So there was
wow,
tons of
that's
warnings,
wild.
like people take cover in Canada. That
Oh, this is not even part of the Tonga one that happened last week.
Tonga one, yeah, Tonga one.
Yeah, the
How
Tonga one, I think like they're like maybe it might affect Hawaii, and then when they said it wouldn't affect Hawaii, then it's not going to affect Pacific
The
Coast.
mainland.
Oh, so then they calmed down because we got footage of the we
What,
got footage of the
eruption?
tsunami. No, the tsunami coming. We got from the Canadian shores.
Is this going to be people single file and walking through a Best Buy again?
In an orderly fashion.
Here we go.
Yeah.
There it is. That's what everybody was worried about.
Oh,
The big tsunami. Will can do a cannonball 40 feet offshore and put that
Yeah.
tsunami to shame. I was
Where-
like,
where's
holy
that?
God. Yep, that's it.
Told ya.
That was it.
very polite
Huh.
tsunami.
That was. They got the
That was,
cannon.
yeah, that was a Canadian
Oh, very Canadian
tsunami.
tsunami.
And that
Sorry,
happened in
bud.
Western Canada.
Oh, sorry
Yes.
there,
I
E.
believe it was.
Oh,
Western
sorry,
Canada.
didn't mean to mildly inconvenience you.
Yeah.
Didn't
you
mean
get a
to
booter?
mess up your bobber bait there. It's
That
gonna-
tsunami was as dangerous as the Canucks power play.
Yeah, fuck the Canucks, but that's good. I like it. Do you guys know what a booter is?
A booter. No.
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 Yeah, it's a guy that people pray to with the big belly.
Yeah.
Booter, yeah.
No, it's
Booter
it's-
belly.
If you're walking in winter and you're going across, like, say, a ditch that is frozen over, or you presume it to be, or there's snow piled up at the street corner, and then when you walk, your shoe gets submerged further than the lip of the shoe, so your foot fills up with water.
Mm-hmm.
That's a booter.
That's
Oh.
a
Like your
terrible
shoe's
feeling.
not filled with water.
I hate it when
So
that
that's
happens.
like the tsunami looked like it might have led to a booter or two. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys see
What are
the-
you talking a booter?
Exactly.
Sorry, I had.
That's all
now we can move on.
She
Did
says
you guys-
the most polite stereotype and immediately apologizes again. Doubling down.
Hey, this guy watches comedy videos again. I'll stick him a little and then apologize.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys want to get chosen for this contest. I would watch myself.
I've seen
I just
your-
want to show him that I'm funny, but also, amenable.
Genuine.
Have you guys seen the
Jason won't hold a grudge.
Michael Jackson street fight in Vegas?
No. This
Okay.
sounds exciting.
He is like the #1 Michael Jackson performer, and some guy tried to take him.
Oh,
And you can tell that this Michael Jackson guy knows a little MMA.
Like it wasn't a dance off, it was a actual
Yeah, there you go. Whoa! Hold on, let's start it over. Coming at him. Now watch his stance. He's waiting for the leg here. Shouldn't lead with your front foot. That's a mistake.
Wait,
And he's not going to punch him.
swept his leg out.
Now he's going to put him in an arm bar. See, he's getting the arm off of him. Yeah, I'm sure that's fine. And here is where you go good night.
oh, he's on his hair.
Oh, he's pulling his hair.
Yeah, beat it. Yeah, you're done. I think that's a great way to handle a drunk. Just choke him out.
I mean, it's gonna calm him down.
That's got to be at Fremont, right?
Yeah, that's on Fremont Street, where they have to perform in those little green dots.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
You
busted
let him
up.
up. Yeah, you went for a little nap there, guy. He still thinks he's in a fight.
Cougar's gonna get him right here.
Yeah, you shouldn't be. You gotta make yourself big when you're fighting Michael Jackson.
I like that the impersonated Michael Jackson's moves that he did on the Culkin Boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I was when you guys first introduced, I'm like, how authentic is this impersonator? Don't want to know.
No, I thought that was.
Ugh.
He knew what he was doing. He knew how to
Well-
grapple. And I think as an impersonator, you don't want to bloody somebody on Fremont Street, right? You just
You
want to.
think,
Well, he also
you
doesn't want
think
to
you
ruin his
haven't been
outfit.
bullied growing up as a Michael Jackson impersonator? You're gonna learn how to fight if you're a Michael Jackson impersonator.
Well, yeah, and to do all those moves and stuff, and I'm sure he's
Yeah, but
gotta be
he's
in
still
shape.
like shopping at the grocery store looking like that. You know, that's a forever. Not
Probably
just
also
five.
binge watch
Vegas doesn't feel
season 4 of Cobra Kai.
Oh
Just to,
my
like,
Just put on a baseball cap and take off the white jacket. Come on.
We binge watched the entire last season of that, like the day it came out
Same.
again.
Yep.
like
Still in
just
the middle. I'm in the
last
middle of the
week?
last season.
yeah. I started watching season 4 a few days ago and I fell asleep during episode 1.
It's not
It's
as strong.
just a lot of the same. It just feels like a lot of the same.
It
at
got
this
a little
point.
bit heavy on the cheesy.
It is.
the cheese.
At one point, everybody in the show is the bad guy. At one point,
Yeah.
There's-
Yeah.
they just keep rotating who's the bad guy.
But I'm gonna keep watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
So it's weird.
'Cause I enjoy the cheese.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
a
ever,
good bubblegum popcorn show to watch.
Yeah.
you ever see Drake have hot sauce in his ring? He does that
No.
for a reason. And the chick
Oh,
found
yeah.
out the hard way. You heard
I
this
heard
story?
about it. Yeah.
So he keeps hot sauce in his ring. And in this story, he had sex with a girl and he went to the bathroom and she was being conniving, went to go get the condom out, shove all the goodness in it, right? Well, what he does is when he's done with a condom, he dumps that hot sauce into it and ties the end. So when she shoved it up there, it was burning lava.
Whoa, talking about keeping it spicy in the bed.
Yep.
But she
He's
had
had that
one
happen
of
to him
those-
enough times that he's. Oh,
But
Mhm.
she had a soft glove that's
To clean it out with. Yeah. One of those pussy.
See,
gloves.
I'm telling you, this is a
Total
money
frat
making
move?
idea.
why would you put hot sauce in
I
there?
don't recall. Is this an accredited journalistic site?
Yeah. I
Total
don't
frat
know.
move. Yeah.
Total
Well,
frat
Will
move.
heard about it before I even brought it up. So
I
this
did
is
hear about it.
Is that where that where Christopher, what is his name? The guy who left Fox News, is that now?
Yeah. So yeah, you hear these stories, but how many? I mean,
What-
if Drake left a condom in your bathroom, that's millions of dollars laying there.
Why would he even leave it there at that point then?
Yeah.
Like, why
Well, what do
not
you
just
do with
You
a
flush
condom?
it.
Yeah.
I never flushed a condom.
I feel like
There's a
every
lot of
condom
potholes.
anyone has ever flushed has come back up and then it's just sitting in the toilet.
Empty though.
Yeah, they don't dissolve.
Fair.
You're supposed to flush them.
That's fair.
Oh man.
Just rinse it out a little bit. Like make a little water balloon. I don't know.
And reuse it, hanging on the wash line with a
But
clothespin.
didn't she see that it wasn't white? Like, unless he's using like those colored condoms, like, dude, spring for like a bear skin. You don't need to get the ones from
you're Drake.
college.
Yeah,
You know,
who
like the
cares?
purple
Like,
ones.
I think you're
She was just trying to be
bleeding.
quick.
Good point. It's a good point.
Maybe he uses like
Well,
Scotch
the
bonnet.
Tic Tac
hot
just
sauce.
had a little blood in there
Right.
as well. The
They
brown
did say
spots.
that, Yep.
So if it's
Yeah.
only drops on it, it could be the brown.
I've never
brown
seen
stuff.
blood in my jizz, not once.
I had sex so much that you gotta just. Only thing left in my body is.
I feel like this guy's rich enough that he could afford one of those reversible vasectomies.
Or put
Yeah.
it in a
This-
paper shredder.
It shouldn't even be a story.
Right.
Condom shredder.
I just feel like
Yeah.
there's so many better ways to handle that.
Yeah.
Well,
Like stairs.
And couldn't he just
Ah.
like why does he need to keep it on his ring?
you
Well,
never
he's got
know
it
when you're
handy,
gonna
man.
bang a chick and have to.
It's kind of James Bond. You got to admit, dun 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 dun. Just pour it in there, throw it out.
Then you know what kind of chick it is if you hear her screaming later.
Yeah,
I feel like this is
Pregnant.
You
band
go to
shit.
the doctor and get that
There's
stuff.
no way this is real.
out.
You don't think so?
I
It's
don't
like
know.
like
Yeah,
imagine
it's
he's like
really
out to eat and is just like, this
Nope it.
really could
Use
use a
it,
kick.
nope.
Right? I
This is
feel like
just
it'd be
crazy,
something
man.
that he would like spread just to,
prevent.
Everyone's trying to get my jizz.
Just for the
Ugh,
publicity
God,
and-
all these bitches keep trying to kick my stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just to
that
get
might
people
be the
talking about
case.
him.
Yep. Yep.
Such big Degrassi Junior High fans out there.
He's not even in a wheelchair anymore. What a miracle.
He's got miracle jizz.
Canada works.
You're sucking up to Jason now.
I love Canada. I
So do
I woke up in Windsor once on accident.
I've never been
Wow.
to Canada.
We're
Did
pretty
you get
much.
your foot tattooed?
What's up, bud?
Did you get your foot tattooed to celebrate?
I walked across the river from Jolius Arena.
Okay.
Right. It's not a far
The
walk.
Ambassador Bridge? Is that what that is there?
I actually have never gone through the bridge. The river was frozen, so we were just dumb.
Oh.
And, yeah.
Whoa.
Nice. Though.
You're one of those guys we hear about every year that drowns in Milwaukee on the Milwaukee River.
Yeah.
You were one of those guys. You just
Yeah.
made it.
You made it.
He's the Jeff Buckley of comedy. real deep cut there.
Man.
All right, you guys want to hear about excessive balls?
Ugh.
I
City-
don't think we have a choice.
It was only toys in the yard. Too much rubbish.
I figured it was gonna be
It was something like that. Yeah, the story
Toy.
played.
I saw
But-
Waffle House, so this is
sorry.
somewhere south. Little Rock. Okay.
I missed the story otherwise. It was just the kid had so many balls in the yard that they actually got a ticket that cited excessive balls.
What's a fine for that?
Dude, I feel like cops just do this, to like, all right, who can write the most ridiculous ticket?
Mm.
Like he definitely won $10 because of that ticket.
No, that's a ticket I pay and frame.
Why wouldn't it just be a ticket for like
My balls are so big they ticket me if I ain't careful.
I don't know if it would be like littering or whatever. Why would they
If it's in her yard, what business is that?
why
of
would
theirs?
they just specifically cite excessive balls
Do you have a
instead of
picture of the
littering
balls?
or-
It was a news story that I could have clicked through, but it was
What's
from
what's
Will,
the
you can't
dumbest
ask
ticket?
him for a picture of the kid's balls.
Ha!
Hey, I said the ball's in the yard. I don't know where you're going.
Well, the kid's in the yard.
What's
was
the
it?
dumbest ticket you guys have got? I got a ticket once where a cop called me over and he goes, "You just jaywalked," and they wrote me a ticket because I walked. He was so lazy. He was in his car at a mall in high school. Everyone just cut across the street to go to the food court at the mall at lunch, and he called me over and he goes, "You just jaywalked. Here's the ticket."
What
think-
a
Do you have
dickhead.
your name? I mean, did you had to ask for ID? You're a high
Well,
school.
yeah,
It's Canada. They know everybody.
He
He
asked
said,
for ID.
Jason, come here.
Jason,
Yeah.
come here. Jason,
Wait, was he
I'm like,
taking
Dad, this is so unfair.
was he ticketing you for jaywalking back to him after he called you, or
That's what I should have done.
Two
Yeah.
tickets. Yeah. You jaywalked and then you jaywalked
he
back.
just did it again?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're ever gonna learn? Lock them up.
I think my
Has anyone
dumbest
else got like a stupid ticket like that?
underage drinking when I was like 20. It's like
Oh yeah.
that's so dumb. Like you can't give me a minor ticket. Like I'm 20. Get
Yeah, that's
off
pretty
it, guys.
stupid. You guys should
I,
be allowed to drink as soon as you can vote. Like,
Yeah,
I think
what it
that's
is
so
with
dumb.
you.
I totally agree.
Well, then
Wow,
women would never
totally
be allowed
agree.
to drink.
yeah. What the?
I mean, we're in Wisconsin, and drinking is
Yeah, women can drink.
I don't
People
know how
bring
you
their
can give a
kids to
guy
vote.
who's been an adult for 2.5 years an underage drinking ticket. Like to me,
Yeah.
that was just.
Yeah.
I was like, I did it like a kid too, but I'm like 20.75.
I'm
Well-
so close. I'm right there. Come on, I've
You're
had
gonna
a
give me
fake
a
ID.
This many.
I knew how to. Would have never happened.
Man,
I oh sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I got,
Drinking age was 18 for me in my state. Way
Yeah.
back then.
we
No.
know.
No, I
It
got
was
sent
then.
to Colorado in the army, and it was 21.
Yep.
It's
You
like I
have to
couldn't.
make your own alcohol when Will started drinking.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was in college when I got my one and only ticket for speeding. I was on my way down to visit my friend whose grandma had just died, so they pulled me over. I immediately started crying.
At least he gave you a ticket.
He still gave me a ticket because he was like, "Do you know how fast you were going?" And I was just like, "Yep." I didn't know you were supposed to lie. No one told me. I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I
You-
know. I was speeding."
Gotta say,
and
my
I'm
toe got hooked
gotta
under
lay
the
on-
thing, and we were stuck.
Yeah,
going,
the
No,
soccer
you gotta
toe.
lay on the
my
sob
soccer toe got
story
stuck.
and
Blame
say,
it
"I'm
on the
sorry. I'm
soccer
going to.
story.
I'm going to a funeral. I'm so sorry. You know, I'm
I did say that, but because I said I knew I was speeding, he was like, all the
admitted guilt.
recording. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, I gotta give you a ticket. He's like, but you can go like fight it. And
Mm.
I was like, okay. So I went to go fight it, and I pleaded, I didn't know that you could just mail it in because it was like, you need to show up at the court on this date.
Right.
So I like drove there, and then I showed up, and this woman's talking to me, and she's like, are you pleading like guilty or not guilty? I was like, I don't know. And then I hear this voice, and it's like, if she pleads guilty, she's an idiot.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is that? We're
Came
like
all
at the
way here
courthouse.
to tell you I did it.
Yeah, and we're like, she's like, and it's like out of nowhere, like you can't see who this person is, and and I'm like, who was that? And she's like, that's the judge.
Yeah, I had that this
And I
past
was
year.
like,
I
oh,
got,
okay. So then
I
I did
2 years ago.
guilty.
Yeah.
I did not guilty, and I thought that I was done. And then because I wasn't living with my parents, I wasn't getting any of these notices. And it turned out that because I didn't follow up on those notices that I wasn't getting, there was then a warrant out for my arrest
Wow.
Ooh.
because it was like 3 years later. And
Yeah, your parents wanted you to learn a lesson, I guess.
Sue the guy whose grandmother died.
yeah,
For
seriously.
You've gotten
2
one
years
ticket
ago,
in
I
your
got
life, and it
I
led
got pulled
to
over in a school zone for doing 53 kilometers an hour in a 30 kilometer. So like doing
Is
30
that bad?
and 20.
Yeah, we don't have
Is that
any.
bad? I don't know.
Not
30?
bad. It was on a
That's
residential
23
street.
kilometers higher.
Yeah, it was a residential street going the speed of the residential street, but because it was in a school zone, you're supposed to go slower. But it was in July, so school was up. So, anyways, I end up disputing it. It gets pushed back and back and back and back and back. And eventually, because of COVID, I have to do a phone court session.
Zoom.
And the RCMP officer was like trying to guilt me into pleading guilty and taking the full thing. He's like, pay this amount and we'll reduce the number of points against your license. And I've never had a ticket before ever. And so we finally get to court and the judge is about to accept the plea and he goes, Mr. Rowland, do you realize that in 1 month, this charge will expire due to habeas corpus because they haven't brought you in front of the court in a quick enough time. And so like what a lawyer on Law and Order will get you out because they haven't taken you to court soon enough. So the judge is like talking me through how to dispute the charge that the RCMP has against me. You can hear the RCMP sergeant in the background just like whimpering, but he said he would pay.
Oh.
And the judge is like, would you like a continuance, Mr. Rowland? And I go, yeah, that sounds real good. And he goes, okay, I'll try this.
That's awesome.
That's really
Yeah.
cool of that judge.
Yeah.
How would you know? How the hell would you know? You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. You'd have to go to law school.
That's cool as hell. Those judges. I mean, you and I have had pretty good luck with judges. It sounds like.
But Jason, why do you hate kids? Why are you speeding through cloud zone
23
like a
kilometers hour,
lunatic,
which could be really slow or the speed of light. I don't fucking know.
Don't you know this summer school?
So
Kids that are worth
the dumb thing about this whole situation is I was directly behind a black SUV, and this SUV started swerving. And so I was like, what the hell is this guy doing? And he ended up pulling up halfway onto the road and parking. And so I had to pull around. And then I saw the cop car lights go up. And I go, finally. Like your whole life, you're like, someone's acting like an idiot on the road. And like, finally, someone got caught for being an idiot. And
But
so
it
I'm
was
looking in my
you were the
rearview mirror.
idiot.
The cop pulls a U-ey and pulls me over. And it's right in front of like this dirt pile that was sort of like angled up. So I felt like a Duke boy. I'm like, oh man, I could make a run for it and get away from this guy.
That's when the car just tips. It doesn't work. Like, damn.
It was not a good afternoon for them Duke boys.
You were
That is
driving the
awesome.
General Lee.
I've only
Yeah.
ever gotten speeding tickets, but I do have a little bit of a lead foot. Although Tom likes to tell the story about how I got out of a ticket that he doesn't think that I should have.
No.
Please.
We were leaving the bar at 2 a.m.
We were leaving the bar, and I was the designated driver, and I hadn't been drinking, but we had just done shots before we left. We'd done some, what do you call them, picklebacks. It's
Mhm.
tequila.
Oh God, I know picklebacks.
They're great.
What is it? I don't know.
Tequila
what it
and
is.
pickle juice.
Oh, I do whiskey and pickle juice.
Oh,
Whiskey and pickle juice, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I've never done it with
you do it as
tequila.
tequila. It's the only
I
way to
love
drink
pickle
tequila,
juice.
and it helps with the hangover too. But
Nice.
anyway, we had
What's
just
a hangover on that? I gotta
we had
pee.
just we had just taken those, and then we left, and it was booger cold out. Like the windows were all frosted over. It was freezing, and I had to get out and like scrape the windows, and you still have kind of low visibility through them because I hadn't waited.
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
car to
Keep
heat
going.
up.
Just tell the story.
Anyway,
I don't want to hear all the.
Alanis Morissette CD to
I
scrape
pull
the
out of
window.
this bar, and my hands are still freezing, and I'm leaving, and I pulled kind of over the curb a little bit.
Oh.
And so the cops saw me leaving a bar, pulling over the curb.
Running over the
Yeah.
curb.
I wasn't drunk, but I had just had a shot, so I was nervous.
Oh
Of
boy.
course.
And then he does his whole field sobriety test thing for me.
And she
And I-
fails.
Failed it because I was
Nervous.
cold and nervous and whatever. I failed it.
It was just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and she.
It was
failed.
the
She was
count
like-
on your fingers 1, 2, 3, 4,
And she goes like 1, 4, 3,
3, 2, 1, 1. You had to count front and backwards on your fingers.
And she.
And I
bombed.
botched it. I completely botched it.
Oh.
But he must have been able to tell. He's whatever. He went back to his car, and I'm sitting there freaking out, and Tom's like drunk.
You're
'cause
done.
I'm
You
the
left the
DD,
bar. You
and
got
he's-
alcohol on your breath, and you rolled over the curb, and failed the field
He's
sobriety.
drunk in the
You're
passenger
fucked.
test, and he's like, "You're going to jail. We're going to jail. You're fucked."
He's
You know.
thinking.
How could wait? No, there's no way that she had alcohol in her breath because nothing outweighs a pickle.
Right? But
No
so
smell.
He's freaking out. I'm like, "You're not helping. Just shut
Just
up."
shut up.
So she
The
has a
cop
lead
comes
foot?
back, and he gave me a warning and
And he
told me to
said,
drive
"Be careful.
safe and
Drive
go
safe.
home.
See ya."
But
Well, a
it-
lot of that'll happen if you don't have a bad driving record. I passed the
Yeah.
same cop twice driving home from a Blue Jays game in Seattle, and he's like, "The first time I could let you go, but the second time, man." And so
Right.
that's what he said after he pulled me over, and he walked back to the car, and he goes, "These are the words that he used. He goes, you have an incredibly clean driving record. I've
Yeah.
never seen someone with 0 citations. Stop being an idiot." And he let me go.
Yeah.
But
Well, and
so
this
many
guy-
jaywalking.
This guy
Yeah.
probably did the same
I
thing.
got
but-
expunged. I was a minor.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Don't
Well,
hold that against me.
It's not on your permanent record.
I was
Yeah,
freaking
it's a felony in Canada, but it got expunged.
in Wisconsin.
Jaywalking's a felony. in
What?
Canada.
Well, in Wisconsin, a DUI is like your first offense. You've got to go and get the interlock in your car, you get your license
Oh,
suspended,
wow.
you get they don't mess around in
Not
Wisconsin with
anymore.
DUIs.
People drink hard there.
Whoa, for your
Yeah.
first one, it's an OWI.
Yeah, that they
But-
changed it to OWI.
Oh, but they don't mess around. Like your first one, you are just
In Wisconsin?
screwed.
Now, yeah.
They
They
might
really
have
fucked
changed
up.
it. There were a couple years ago. Yeah, I had a friend who got one, and your
I've
aunt
seen
just
on
got
the news.
one.
This guy had like 8 of them. Like, how many? What
But,
are
like,
you gonna make him
when
sign?
you
I
get
feel like
them-
after 3, it's like, no, you're not allowed to
They
drive
didn't really
anymore.
care.
On your first offense, you have to take like classes. You have to get the
Get
interlock
suspended
in
license
your car,
now.
so you've got to blow to start your car.
So the interlocking's
get-
got to be new.
You get your
Yep.
license, and you have to pay to get that thing serviced like every month. And you have
I
to
had
set up like specific hours that you can drive. You can only drive like to
Oh,
work
geez.
and back. And if they catch you driving outside of those hours,
You get
can
like
get
1 hour from noon to 1 on Saturday for shopping.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Will, you remember when we had the
Man.
main event in East St. Louis? Will, you remember that, right?
What's that?
When we had the main event in East St. Louis?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 6 or 7 of us with the festival, we went about 10 or 12 days early, and we were canvassing all the small towns around East St. Louis and St. Louis proper. And I was in a parking lot of a Smith's or something like that. And this guy goes to pull in between 2 parked cars, and I'm standing in the middle of the 2 parked cars with the driver of the other car who I had just met, but I was trying to give him tickets to come to the main event. And we're like, dude, there's someone standing right here. Don't park in this spot. The entire parking lot was empty. And so he stops, backs up, and then drives into where we are and hits my rental car.
Oh
And
my
so
god.
I'm like, you're an idiot. Plus,
Oh.
now it took me about 6 months to clear that off of getting the money back from the insurance company and all that kind of stuff. But then when I looked at his
man.
car, he's got one of those interlock things. So it was like noon, and he was just pissed drunk. He was like 23, 24 years old. I'm like, oh man, just such a pain in the ass to deal with.
Yeah. Oof.
Fun.
Not gonna lie, I thought the story would go better.
You got one?
Well, wait,
Huh?
wait.
I'm waiting on Nate. I know he's got some
I
good.
literally am sitting here and I'm just like, with all those questions, like, are you sure in Wisconsin? Because I have like 6, like, and I never had to put it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm literally waiting.
Well, Molly, you said you have a lead foot.
Nathan.
That's probably
I do
why
have a bit of a lead foot.
she
Yeah.
gets pulled over when she goes through airport security.
And
every
when
time.
she's so slow, yeah, it falls out her ass and lands in her
'Cause your
foot.
mom said it's because she had lead in her ass.
Tom's always having to yell. Whenever I'm driving and he's in the car, he's always yelling at me. You know what the speed limit is here, right?
Well, look, you should get a ticket for
Mhm.
how filthy your car is. If I was a cop, I'd pull you over. There's no place to put your feet. I mean, I should take a picture of the inside of her car.
You have.
Where's
I
the
know what-
chivalry that you guys are making this young woman drive? All right,
I'm
Yeah.
driving her car right now.
just saying.
I had a
I
bump
normally
too
make
for a
him
while.
drive because I don't want to listen to him complain about my driving.
We-
Ben, you
Like
drive.
last night, you weren't listening. I went to bed last night and I get in the bedroom and I'm like, why the hell don't you have the damn TV on? And I get into bed and I'm like, you closed the window. Why aren't you cracking it? Do you ever listen to me? And oh, she's not even in the room.
I was coming upstairs and he's like, I just finished
He's
yelling at
bitching
you
at
for
you.
all these things that you didn't do and you weren't even in there.
Including not listening to
I
me.
apologize.
Why don't you clean out the inside of that car, please?
I'm gonna drive it off the cliff, dude. That's
Just go. It's a
No.
nice car. It's newer.
Hey, William.
It's fully
destroyed.
loaded.
No one wants to hear you bitch about my car anymore.
Listen,
Hey, I
you
got-
would not believe. You can't see the
This-
floor.
Could you
I'll-
hire a sex
Filthy.
robot to clean her car?
Hey,
Yep.
I got something about Hollywood being really out of touch these days.
what's that?
You want to know how out of touch?
Not really.
The Sex and the City characters are the same age.
Yeah, as a
Just
Golden
the
Girls.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're exactly the same age as the Golden Girls, and that's how different Hollywood portrays women of that age nowadays.
Wow. No way.
How
Those-
much of
Yeah.
that is what they're choosing to wear, though? Like, as people have just gotten,
You ain't
older and
getting
they
B.
dress
Arthur
better.
to look like that.
I'd say that.
Yeah, no.
True.
There's not enough makeup in the world.
Hey, those girls couldn't carry B. Arthur's jock.
Yeah.
I think the greatest roast joke of all time was it
Jim
Patton
Ross, I
Oswalt?
think, right?
Patton Oswalt told Pam Anderson that he wouldn't fuck her with D. Arthur's dick.
Yeah.
Yep.
D. Arthur was not having fun at that roast.
No.
She was great.
Have you guys seen the meme of the Friends cast if it was being produced nowadays, where
No.
they all are like Kardashianed out and they're like all
Oh.
chiseled and like with the hair slicked back and all. It's pretty solid.
No.
God bless the internet and memes.
Tommy, can you find that?
Not finding it.
I was never super into Friends.
Yeah.
You mean the show?
Oh.
Or have it.
Friends.
Nothing.
Both.
Friends without a laugh track is maybe the best show you could ever watch. It's
I've
Really?
seen that. I've seen.
cringy.
I
Or they
bet it
break
is
down
cringy.
like the terrible things they did that would get them canceled
Oh.
nowadays. That's why My Name is Earl is the most underrated sitcom of all
I
time.
love that
All
show.
he's doing is trying to be better. It all just comes down to it's a white cis male trying to be better. So it's the most woke show that was ever on TV.
What's a white cis male?
Don't have time to
Oh.
I don't know if I can explain this to you.
I don't want
It's
to.
the biggest thirst trap out there, Will.
So
You
we were,
guys should definitely do a segment explaining things to Will.
Right?
Update Will, just like Will 2.0.
Yep.
I like
Is
that
that like
idea.
a sissy?
Kinda. To be honest, kind of.
oh, you know what? Instead of that story, we're doing this story because this is gonna gross you out a little bit. A
Okay.
lady had to get part of her. Wait a minute, this ain't the one. This is the impotent
What
one.
is impotence?
well.
Wow. How much time you got?
Okay, this lady had to get part of her tongue replaced. Like,
Oh,
I don't
I
remember
just saw
why.
a picture.
Yeah, but they took skin from her thigh and skin grafted it
Okay.
on
On
there
her tongue?
on her tongue.
Can you still taste with that?
It started growing leg hair.
No.
See her tongue? That's her thigh hair.
Oh, but it's not gonna have taste buds either. Like,
Yeah, but you can still talk.
She always feels like she's got a hair in her mouth.
Oh my God, no.
I was asking how far I can stick out my tongue. Well, here's how far I can stick out my little real tongue.
Little real
How
tongue.
cute. But the full reveal, that's it.
So she's growing leg hair on her tongue. That's where she got it. Ugh.
I mean, science is cool as shit, but I do not want hair in my mouth daily.
Yeah. No.
Like, I find hair in my food constantly. I don't want it just there.
That'd be a
Maybe
built-in excuse to get free meals all the time, though.
Oh my God. Do you think it helps to, like, get food out of her teeth? You know?
Free floss.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
it's the food out, but then there's the hair stuck in the teeth.
Ah.
You ever like
There's
wake
a-
up?
I think Will should
Would you
make out
pay
with
extra
her.
for the
I
blowjob?
would.
I was
sure.
gonna say, like, you don't have to worry about toothy blowjobs anymore, but hairy blowjobs.
Ooh,
I mean, it
Uh,
might feel better.
No, but you ever
Oh.
wake up with a hangover and you feel like you want to shave your tongue?
yeah. That's
It's
probably
a
what
really choice of where they chose the graft from, though.
inner thigh. Well, where else are you gonna get it? Some sort of.
Well, there's
It's
other
probably because of the
Oh,
amount
yeah.
of the muscle that they need.
Probably.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
probably less about the skin and more about the muscle.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
bet you're right.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah. Oh
That
wow.
I
hairy
can't imagine having to
muscle.
shave my tongue though.
Yeah.
Do you think
You
she
just
just
put
nares
hair.
it?
Yeah.
Nair will get you drunk.
Really?
I
Really?
don't know, dude. Fuck.
Are you serious?
It'll fuck you up.
You did grow up poor.
Poison, man.
Yeah.
You can say that about anything.
How did Nathan get out of the DUI discussion?
Yeah, right.
Same way I did multiple.
He's a very likable guy, man. He can talk his way out of it.
Did you call the cop a man rocket?
Yeah. Did you promise to get his penis tattooed on your foot?
I have said some things to the police to get out of some things in my life. It is true.
I love that pronunciation of that word. I love when it's police. You guys also say insurance differently than we do.
Insurance.
Insurance?
Quite a few people will say like insurance
Insurance.
in the States. Insurance.
I don't know.
Well, just like when they
Not
made
in
fun of me
Wisconsin.
for the way I said Green Bay, it's Green Bay.
I don't.
I feel like you just said it the same way twice.
No,
Yeah.
No,
Green-
you put the inflection on the green first.
right.
Reflection on the green.
They made
I
fun
get
of
it.
Yeah,
it.
he's not. It's not that he's pronouncing it differently. It's that it's Green Bay instead of Green Bay.
Right.
The
Apparently
Green
you
Bay
can
Packers.
tell-
Green Bay. Green Bay. Yeah.
You can tell someone's from
Green
Wisconsin
Bay.
by the way they say Wisconsin, apparently.
Wisconsin. Well,
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a gig next Saturday just north of Green Bay in Coleman, Wisconsin. I'll be headlining. So you guys are going to come up and record
Yeah.
it?
Oh, so
I mean, we could.
when they say Wisconsin is when that shit drives me nuts. Like, you
West?
just throw in a T into the word.
Wisconsin. Oh, yeah.
Like I can
I don't
bear
think
with
I've heard that.
Illinois. It's like
Ugh.
you
Yeah.
threw an S on there. That's your
There's
own
an
fault.
S, yeah.
But Wisconsin. No,
Mm.
what?
Do you guys? This is a legitimately serious question. Do you guys pay less for cheese in Wisconsin than most other regions?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to
Because
ship
that's
it. I
true.
mean,
You never
I'm
worry
sure-
about the price of cheese. So
There's a
if
lot
other
of-
people do, then it's
There's a
more
lot of
them.
places randomly. Like I actually know somebody whose dad invented Limburger cheese or some weird cheese.
Ew.
Smelliest. Yeah, the
Yeah.
smelliest there
And
is.
it's only made out in like I want to say Darlington or Monroe, Wisconsin. So like it just for them to ship it to the local areas and there's so many cheese shops, it just doesn't
Yeah.
cost what it does elsewhere.
yeah, you don't have the freight charges.
cool.
And you need milk to make cheese, so you don't have to ship in milk.
It's just
You
the
have to
dairy state.
preserve
that's- Dairy, cows, cheese, mushrooms.
That's very good, very keto friendly.
Plus, we got all the fresh squeaky cheese curds. You don't get them as fresh anywhere
Oh,
else.
the cheese curds.
Mhm.
Unbelievable.
So, Erin, you said you were married, right?
Yes.
I want to
Is
know.
married. Wait, we're married? Are you? Is,
Are
is,
you-
is
yeah,
he
you're
single?
married.
Is he single?
Oh,
Her husband.
He's still.
I want to know how much this is considered cheating because this is our sex robot story of the week.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
They're now doing a sex vest that, like, you could wear.
Like
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, you can wear a vest.
Okay.
I can have the hands, and it'll feel like I'm grabbing your tits, and then you'll feel my hands on your tits.
Okay. But
Wait.
like, is it like you're like you're actually touching the
No,
vest
I'll
on
be
me?
here, you'll be there, but you'll be wearing a vest that
Oh, it's
feels
VR.
like
Oh, like
So it's
virtual reality?
VR, yeah,
It's phone sex on Bluetooth.
with
Interesting.
sensors. So your tits will be getting squeezed the way my
Hmm.
hand is squeezing them.
But you can do it from like a different
Yeah.
place, like
Yep.
from across the country.
So, like, would your husband be pissed if you were wearing it and I squeezed your tits from here?
Yeah,
I could
yeah,
feel
he'd be
what your
super
tits feel.
pissed.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he'd be
But I'm not
pissed.
Yeah.
touching you. I'm here.
Oh, I was like,
No, come
I was
on.
like,
Yeah,
why?
but
How would it be
he
cheating?
would
if
hate
it's
it.
him?
Yeah.
To not be like the wokest person in the room, shouldn't
Isn't the question
be,
whether
is
about whether
Erin
I
the
would like it? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
agree, Jason.
Yeah.
Depends
agree.
on your technique.
But I think this sounds amazing for like
I'll
long
sneak up on
distance
'em and pin 'em to
relationships
the
or if you travel or
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah.
totally
Cool.
agreed. I love this
Absolutely.
idea.
I disagree. I dislike
No?
this idea. This comes
No?
from
Why?
the longing makes the heart grow fonder. You spend some time on the road and you come home and
And you
you're all
wreck it.
jacked up on beef jerky and your tea is somehow high that week. And you
Well, it
just
still would be. You're not. I mean,
I don't know, but it would also energize me to see you and be like, oh my
Right.
God, what I wouldn't give for a fucking hand right now. Like,
right?
you know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, all right, that was fun. That helped, kind of hold me over.
Yeah.
So can your husband do 4 push-ups and come in the room?
Yeah.
I'm just
He
kidding.
can, he can come in any room, actually.
Jesus.
Ah,
that got dirty.
With
I
a
think
little,
this is
with a
cool.
little glove to clean.
Yeah.
Is it just
You
the
could
chest?
also-
I'm not loving
So far-
the zombie
so far
hands
they-
though.
they
Like,
have-
look at
Yeah,
the picture. Why
why
are they
just
zombie
turned on
hands?
Because you
by
can play
his
other
iPhone.
games. You can play other games.
Oh, it's a VR that you can use for other things.
Other
Okay.
things too, but they have a
Oh.
So here's the
Sex
question
vest.
though: could someone else like hack it where you think that it's
Oh.
like your boyfriend doing it, but it's actually not?
I got to imagine it's FaceTime. Or
So you
something
text him
else.
and go, "Oh, that was."
You'd have to
and
hack
he's like,
a way
"No, it
where
wasn't me."
even if the VR was on the floor, you could use your hand to crawl the vest up while you're sleeping.
Why are you gritting your
What?
teeth? Like,
Getting it? Oh, I'm gonna get that tit.
what?
Like I put it over there. It crawled
Okay.
all.
I wonder what the military implications are, because usually this technology starts off like Private
Military, yeah.
military porn.
Right.
So it's already done something in the military. I wonder what it's done.
Probably just for
Ooh.
capture the flag shit, shooting each other.
And
No,
tell
it was
Just
us-
like-
feel a boof like you're dead.
They're dehydrated. They're getting cramps. It was supposed to massage the cramp out of them.
Yeah.
So this is the only way that Queen Elizabeth gets any.
So Tom,
Oh,
your
I'd find
idea
a
of
way.
romance though is twisting your
She
girl's
has no more relatives left.
Pulling her out of dreamland
Everyone's dead.
Yeah.
into Pound Town.
Would she
This
have like
is so
saved,
interesting.
saved Philip's routine?
I think it's kind of cool.
VR thing?
And I think it would be really cool for playing games to have the VR with the added like
Oh,
sensations with the vibration.
I don't
and
even
the...
see any of the lights on like the genitalia area. So how would either part?
They only got
It's a
the
vest.
vest.
It's a
it's a
vest.
vest.
It's just so you can feel. It's
We're only on second base. They're working on third.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I think the problem here is that so like because there's games associated with it, then that means that younger kids could get it. And then if the younger kids are getting it and then like older men are
Yeah.
fake groping young women who have this vest.
well, but do
Ooh.
you have to have the specific gloves that are paired with that vest, or how do you?
No,
how do
I think you
pair
just
them?
dial up. Like, hey, my gloves
Probably
are
just you
falling, your
connect to
vest.
that.
Yeah,
So how easily could it be hacked with someone else's gloves?
because
Totally.
they were worried
That
about
they're
that
now
with the sex
touching you.
robots in Japan. The one guy died because his sex robot got hacked and it just suffocated him in a hug.
Oh.
Just
But they're not really
dead.
touching you. It's just vibrations. Like they, wouldn't be able to feel.
No, I think there's
what
pressure.
are the user reviews? Is there like what's the satisfaction level of that? Like I don't know.
It's got to start somewhere, man.
It's weird.
I'm
But
so
it's like
yeah.
those immersive video
Definitely
games. Get the
Light
like.
petting. It's not heavy petting at all.
Immersive video games. I'm trying to warp to level 7. All right,
Yeah.
I'm on Mario still.
Wait, go back to that visual right there. That's
Yeah, smart
that's
penis pad claims to stop premature ejaculation
What?
by zapping you near your asshole.
I think this is a different.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like, what are we looking at?
Not related.
that's something completely different.
I just want to let you guys know that I've learned more on this podcast than I do by
That's the
myself.
goal. There you go.
This is beautiful.
I didn't know that.
But wait, it electrocutes you?
Your butthole. It says near the bum.
Well,
I would
don't-
think that would just send you off. Like,
Right?
That's what I
Right?
was
You
thinking
got a
too.
prostate back there.
It's got to be like a
Whoa.
desensitization.
either
thing.
way, I'm curious, and I want to know how much it is.
Just think about baseball.
There's going to
Okay,
be some knockoff on Etsy that you can probably buy for a
Oh.
What is going on? It's the light show.
So you put the pad on your taint.
oh yeah, your
already
bundle.
I wonder what they do in the military with this.
The tooth app allows you to control.
It's probably to stop them from raping other
Yeah.
military
Don't ask yourself.
people.
This music is very loud.
It's very uplifting music.
Okay, we're done. All right, we can actually wrap this up. Will's got to take
we're gonna end there on the taint.
the taint. Well, we could have did the impotent partner. You heard about the fetish about sticking stuff up your pee hole?
Yes,
Oh.
I have heard.
Well, this
That one
guy,
traumatized me. There were
What's that
pictures.
called?
this guy put. I think he says his partner is impotent now,
Jason, you should hide.
but
I'm not going to want to watch this.
it's
Oh,
not
my
a video.
goodness.
Insulation foam inside the urethra. It was the hose for that WD-40 tube, and then he accidentally pressed the nozzle and hardening foam.
Like the great stuff foam?
Yeah, why would you have it on the can?
No.
Oh my god. This needs to be added to that show, Sex Put Me in the Hospital.
Oh.
Have you guys seen that show? It is
No.
crazy.
I used to do a podcast called Drunk Medical Stories. Love this kind of stuff.
Oh, God.
So
Oh,
that
hell
looks like the
no.
foam they took out. I can't make it
Well, and
bigger.
it goes in and it expands and oh no.
Oh,
Well, if the guy
No,
was,
no.
I mean, this sounds like they said he wasn't
Oh.
impotent before, but I think
Right.
he was. And what makes sense? Let's spray some hardening foam up there.
Oh,
And now you're good to go.
On the plus side, he's insulated and wouldn't get frostbite if he ever had to sleep overnight on the Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
Hey, Molly, I don't want my wiener
But
to
the
get
insulation's
frostbite.
on the
Put it in
inside, not
the-
on the outside.
that's
Oh
true.
my
You still get the
goodness.
frostbite on the outside.
But so this actually reminds me of this. So I know I'm like
Does
about
it
to like,
remind you of something? Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Oh my god, yeah, of course. You've seen so I know I just mentioned Sex Put Me in the Hospital, like that TV show. Have you guys seen 1,000 Ways to Die?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So one girl wanted butt implants. So she couldn't afford something in the US, so she went somewhere else, and then like this guy came to her hotel room and like put like she like went like and like filled her butt with stuff, like saying it was like butt filler or whatever, and it was caulk.
Oh,
Ooh.
no.
And it like hit her bone and got into her bloodstream, and she died.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm not laughing, but I'm not laughing at her, but the reenactment is really ridiculous.
I'm
Oh,
sure
they're
it is.
the best D-list actors for those reenactments.
Love
That's
them.
my dream. My dream is to be an actor
Be
on
one
one
of
of
those.
those things.
Is it
Everyone's
the
like,
old
"What are your
school,
comedy goals?" And I'm like, "To be an actor on 1,000 Ways to
To
Die."
get Spike TV to come back and put out.
No, I
Quick
wanna
Ways
be-
to
In her
Die.
butt.
I want to be on an infomercial. The guy that is
Ooh.
getting wrangled by his own hose or whatever.
Funny. Amazing discoveries with the Bill Cosby shirts, man. That with
Yeah.
the sweaters. Amazing discoveries would be awesome to be on.
Amazing discoveries. It's not.
That's old school infomercial, like
Oh, I see.
85, 90.
Okay.
All right. Little
That
before
was
our
a big
time.
move.
Oh my goodness, that sweater is crazy.
Yeah, all those sweaters were crazy.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, what you got coming up this week?
Well, tonight I will be at the Audubon
Nope.
Hotel. in
It's
Mayville.
Wednesday.
Oh,
It's-
so Saturday
You had a
night,
great set in Mayville.
I had a great set in Mayville. Saturday night, headlining in Coleman, Wisconsin with Corey Strike and Ray Roberts.
Oh, I just noticed William sent me a picture.
Oh,
But
him and
I
Chris.
don't-
I don't know if I'm
adorable.
going to be able to get.
Look at that
I don't have it
adorable
on my
kid.
computer.
With my
That's a
two
great hat,
sisters.
Will.
That's adorable kid.
That bow
Hey.
tie.
Are you the one in the middle with the hat?
No, I'm the little boy.
No, you look like seats taken. Seats taken.
They used to put boys in dresses. It could have
Yeah.
been.
No, I wasn't in the dress. I didn't. No.
I was christened in my
That's a
mom's
later
wedding.
I had-
Yeah, exactly.
Very
Like it was normal.
it was
We
Easter.
should all
Terrible.
make our predictions on the football games today and tomorrow because this won't go out till Wednesday. We can see how good we were.
I'm taking the Chiefs. Oh,
Okay.
tonight's the Packer game.
Oh, Packers. Absolutely.
Well, for 8 out of the 9 years, the Packers have lost in the NFC Championship.
Yeah,
Or
this
no,
isn't
no.
the championship.
Who are
This
they
is-
Yeah, this is the divisional round.
Before they're playing the
Divisional round.
Niners,
The
who have your
Niners.
number
It's
always.
not. It's going to be a good game, I think. But I think the Packers.
I'm getting
will
chicken
definitely win.
wings. That's all I care about.
I'm picking the Packers. Who are you picking?
San Francisco, Buffalo.
Buffalo's playing
Kansas City.
Chiefs.
Kansas City. There's
Yeah.
2 other games. There's Tennessee, Cincinnati.
I want the Bengals because I really like the Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
what do you call it,
LSU.
combo.
That one I'm much more 50-50 on. I could see it going
Mm.
either way.
But it's in Tennessee though, huh?
Yeah, I don't think that really matters the way they want to sell it to you.
And there's Tampa and the Rams.
I'm going with Cincinnati, man.
Tampa and the Rams.
I
that
want
would
the
be
Rams to
50-50.
beat Tampa. Fuck Tom Brady.
I want Matthew Stafford to just.
No.
sit
Fuck
with-
Tom Brady is actually right. That's the right choice.
I'm picking Tampa Bay.
Like literally the right
Take the
choice.
Rams because
Or figuratively
Tampa's
the right choice.
offensive line is completely
Tampa
destroyed.
lost 2
Yeah.
games to the Saints. They got swept by them again this year.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Tampa, Tennessee, Green Bay, and Tampa Bay.
I'm going Rams,
You said
Bengals,
Tampa
Niners,
and
and
Tampa
Bills.
Bay.
You said Tampa and then Tampa Bay. You're talking about Kansas
Oh, did
City.
I?
and
So
Buffalo.
Green Bay and Tampa Bay. I think the both.
Oh,
Bays
there you
will
go.
win.
Green Bay and Tampa Bay. We
Green
got a
Bay,
couple
Tampa
Bays
Bay.
still in there.
And
As a
then-
Bills fan, OJ didn't do it.
I met OJ after post the trial. Can I tell you this quick story?
Go
Yeah.
ahead. And I'll
Okay.
tell you if OJ did it with my D20.
Okay. So when I
So
heard
19
that,
and below, he did it.
that son of a bitch, oh, I just wanted to, oh, I was so angry. So maybe a year or 2 later, I was in Florida and I was doing a contest down there at the Hard Rock, Florida, and I'm sitting in a sports bar and I hear his voice. It's like it had to be during the NCAA tournament, and I heard him saying, "Oh, yeah, I recorded Mark Aguirre to USC and blah blah." And I'm like, "Is that fucking OJ?" And so I look over and I see him. I'm like, "Here's your chance. You want to kill him? You got a knife right there on the table." I'm like, "Yeah, but I was eating ribs and my hands are greasy, and it's just that knife's kind of flimsy. And no, man, I'm not a killer, you know." And he actually heard me because I called my son. I'm like,
I'm not a killer.
"You will not believe who I'm looking at right now." And he's like, "Who?" I'm like, "OJ Simpson." He's like, "Oh, OJ." And he's like, who? And I'm like, OJ. And he hears me and he goes, huh? And he turns around and looks at me and goes, oh. And then he went back. And then later, I said, hey, OJ. I said, I was in the stadium at Tulane Stadium when you ran for 2,000 yards that season and you played against the Saints. And he goes, that's right. I remember that game. We had plane trouble. We had to do a emergency landing in Cleveland, and then we bust to New Orleans. I carried the ball 13 times for 57 yards or something like that. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing that you could remember that. And you couldn't remember whether you were chipping golf balls or taking a nap on the night.
You said that?
Yeah.
Oh
No way.
Are you kidding?
He said, fuck you.
Oh my God.
It's a whole thing.
Look, let me tell you
Oh, my
something.
God.
He
I'll
didn't
tell you.
look that big to me. Like, you can tell him how big he was. He didn't look like he was dressed like a golfer. He'd been golfing, obviously.
Yeah.
He just didn't look that big to me. He didn't look that intimidating. And
That's
You almost made
10 and under, he did it.
because I think
10 and under, he did
oh,
it.
he did 10 and under. He did it.
I think
That
you
would
have
be
to
a
do
9. Oh, he moves it the front. He's moving it for the juice.
Nice.
The dice
Dude.
doesn't lie. It can rule your life, man.
I think that's amazing that you said that.
that
I'm
is
like blown away.
you are my hero.
That is.
But I didn't stab him or cut his throat. I mean, I thought about it. I'm like, you could just, right now, you could walk up, surprise him, just take that knife and just, like,
Yeah,
you
you'd be famous.
jail.
You'd be famous.
You go to jail. Like, man, I'd be
Yeah, you'd have 3 meals a day for a while.
Wouldn't get out of it.
No, I wouldn't get out of that. I would still be in jail right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. The guy that killed Hitler doesn't get a lot of credit for killing Hitler, so maybe not.
That guy was Hitler.
I hope that's not in your video.
No Hitler on the plate. On the podcast.
No,
Are we
Hitler's
allowed to say COVID yet on this thing?
What?
Do we get flagged still for saying COVID on this?
no, we fuck it. Whatever.
Probably, but whatever.
Well, listen, Jason, did you have a great time meeting these two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
it's
coming.
amazing.
everybody.
Small world.
Nate, what do you got coming up here? We'll end with Jason. You
I don't know.
anything
My
here?
calendar's all over the place. Nathan Clemons on all social medias. Indoor Kid Comedy Company on all social medias. Dates
I
and
love
stuff will
that
go
name.
up here in a little bit. It's busy February. Busy February.
Awesome.
Erin, where can we find you?
Hey guys, you can find me on Facebook or Instagram at Erin Lok Comedy. And I actually just started running an open mic at Elliottboro Mini Bar in Charleston, South Carolina. So come on down. We'd really love to see you. And then in February, got a bunch of stuff coming up. Got some private gigs, as well as going to be going to Charlotte to perform with Beerly Funny and open up in some local shows.
Nice.
Awesome.
Awesome.
And
Do you
Jason.
have to restock the minibar after every show?
I just drink.
You can check us out, our festival out at the worldseriesofcomedy.com. I also do comedy consulting with professional comedians, comedyfeedback.com. And we're working on a ticketing site called VIPtickethub.com as well. So I'm all over the webs.
When that is available, where's that going to be?
The VIPtickethub.com. That's where it'll be.
Oh,
That's
it's
where
VIPtickethub.com.
I'm
.com.
thinking it's like an app or something. I'm like, where can
No,
you
no,
find
no, no. It'll be a just like a browser-based ticketing site
you
for
see,
comics by comics.
you use the internet by
Yeah.
Well, Jason, thanks for getting up early, though.
www. Period.
No, but we appreciate you getting up early.
Colon.
So,
what's a colon?
I'll show you later.
Yeah, send me one. I'll show you some.
we've gone off the rails again. Off the rails.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you all for coming. I hope you guys had some fun. Wednesday premiere. Remember, we're not good enough.
Nope.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks.